We're at 18 weeks now from the UKDFBA World Championships in Manchester. It's a Sunday, so we're actually 17 weeks and 6 days, but hey, we don't have to watch for the days just yet. Been into Elite Performance, great gym in Hereford where I train. It's done back session in there with my sister Lorna, and now I'm going to head off to Didcot to meet up with Darren, who I've been speaking to a little bit. We're going to work together on improving my posing, and this is a first for me pretty much to bring somebody else in as a bit of guidance. He's got great experience, good eye, so I'm hoping he'll be able to change my angles and things like that, just subtly, to bring that extra bit. Just taking this level of competition and bringing me up to it, really. That's what I feel. You know, previous performances I've been really happy with opposing and things like that, but it's just taking it that little bit more serious. If you're going to go for this sort of level of competition, you know, you've got to give it your all, and wherever possible, improve. So training is going really well. I'm really happy with the sort of body I'm going to bring on the day. So that side of things, I'm happy doing myself. But just those extra set of eyes from an experienced person, and been looking for somebody really good, and I think I found him, so I'm gonna go and meet him today. You've got to take that word seriously, preparation. Basically, if you're not preparing fully, you're going to prepare to fail. So in with me here in the car, I've got my water, I've got my food all prepared, so there's no chance of me falling into the trap of the services and trying to look for something healthy that never is healthy. So it's all here with me, no chances of failure on food. Hi there, so just met up with Darren for our first session on the posing. Superb, absolutely superb, wonderful time. Lots of pointers for me to now go back and practice. Something about posing, it just hurts, okay? If once you start trying to flex and hold certain poses, it reminds you that here we go, it's game on, season on now, and yeah, these poses just hurt, and it's just gonna have to be monotonous. I've got a few habits to gradually break. Lots and lots of good pointers, a very good hour booked in for another couple of sessions at least, so plenty to work upon. Perhaps send him some videos and things like that as I develop and get those new habits done. Good thing is we figured out a way of firing my legs, which has always been a problem for me. I've got good quads generally from all other sports, but I've never been able to really engage them and show them to their best. So yeah, we've got the angle now, so all good. So coming out, just gonna have some food now quickly before I drive back. Not looking the most appetizing. We've got tuna, boiled egg and cucumber with a secret little mix, which is I use is the sugar-free tomato sauce. That just takes the monotony off it just that little bit. Okay, all right, see you soon. Morning everybody, 19th February. Okay, so we're 17 weeks out now from the World Championships in Manchester. 7:34 on a Sunday morning. I'm at Elite Performance in Hereford, and I am the only one in the car park. I'm going to catch up with AJ today, do a bit more filming. A little bit about this filming, really. It's not about, or what can I say it is about. I'm a 53-year-old fella, training a physique completely naturally and showing what is possible and what I do to be able to do it. I think I'm extremely fortunate in the genetics that I have. I do everything absolutely by the book, completely and utterly natural. You know, I just eat foods, and the supplements I use are already within the body. So like I do use creatine, BCAAs, and then basically it's egg whites and lots of protein. I eat a very high protein diet, good meats, and then I just limit everything down. I don't measure too much at all. I don't count calories. I've got a back session. I always know what session I'm going to be doing when I turn up, obviously, to the gym every day, regardless of whether I'm prepping for the competition or not. I've got a routine that I work to. The split that I'm on at the moment, so how I break up my body parts, is I train back on Monday. I train and I include biceps with my back workout, because generally I've warmed them up so much by all the back exercises, then I'll do the biceps afterwards. So today we've got a back session, so there'll be a bit of biceps with that as well. Okay, right then, let's get going. So through my warm-up, all I'm doing is checking to see how the body's moving. I go through the exercises that I'm going to work for the day, and I'm just feeling whether I'm moving well, and then gradually increasing the weight up to when the working sets begin. I'm not counting anything, I'm just letting blood flow through the joints, waking everything up, getting it ready to work, looking for any areas that are not ready to work. If I come across something that's not quite right, I'll just extend the warm-up a little bit longer. Hopefully that problem will go away with heat coming into the body. So again, warming up here using the lat pull-down machine, I'm just dragging the elbows down my body, keeping my hands relaxed, as we don't want the forearms to burn out too soon in the workout. And what I find is when my hands are above my body like this, obviously gravity is affecting the blood flow into those forearms and flushing out any lactic that might start to develop. So that's the pullover completed. 3 working sets. So this is a bit of equipment I've bought myself really. One of these longer straps. Take them off eBay, Amazon. I just find they're giving me a bit more connection with the muscle than the standard rope. Nothing else very different about it at all. It's just the length of it really, and for me, it stops me having to hold it so the forearms then don't group up. So I can just wrap them through and go for it. Previously done that with the rope, I just haven't been able to ever hold on to anywhere near that weight doing the rope pull. Realistically, I think it's too heavy for me today. So what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna back that off, because I wanna get the connection in the muscles rather than just pulling a big weight. And straight away, I've got a better connection. It's not pulling me, I'm pulling it. Oh, far better set. Much, much better. Those sort of little subtle things I think make the big difference, because you just don't want to be losing control and just moving big weights. It's not how you sculpt. Not in my mind anyway. Plenty of other people, there's, like they always say, lots of different ways to skin a cat. This is my way. The other advantage for using handles is my hands can change shape. They're not being restricted by a bar, so they're not set. So if I get more of a rotation just because it feels good, I can. If I want to keep them that way around, I can. If I want to keep my grip loose, keep my thumbs high, I can. I just don't have to do what a bar tells me to do. So feeling good there. So up to a working weight straight away next time we're on. So we'll do another one on here, then the row becomes the main exercise. Position is very important here. I want a curve in my spine. I want my head high and my bum out. Okay, so then as I pull through, it has to be the back that brings the weight down. Ways I can remind myself is look up at the pulley where it's coming from. And hopefully the arms will stay in the same shape as it comes down and round. So all I do is link up again with another exercise. It's a love-hate one, this one. It's pull-ups. Oh. Oh dear. So we're well and truly into the exercises now for the back. I'm 12 sets in. So we're already getting high end for a lot of people, but 12 sets in for me. We'll go about halfway. What we could do now is have a look at pull-ups with the shirt off, see what we've done to the back, see how the blood is coming into the back. And also I think the one on the seated row on this one will also give us a good indication of the workload that's already going to my back. We should see a big flushing of the blood, fibers flying all over the place. We should see, hopefully, some vascularity and things like that coming into the back. And don't get me wrong, because sometimes I'll be halfway through a session and I'll be loving for somebody to phone me up and rush me out of here just so I can go home. Not today. So elbows high on here. It's also a good one for the core here because I can engage a posture. See, like my hero, if we were to go along the wall over there, and the physique I admire is a guy, Frank Zane. Another one was Bob Paris, but Frank Zane is the only Olympian really that I think epitomizes what I feel is an ideal physique. Nothing oversized, nothing too big. And what he says is pose between sets. So as we get closer and closer to competitions, I bang in poses between the sets. Also gives me the chance to work on what Darren has been working on me with since last weekend. So I've been trying to engage the quads, even though they're covered in my trousers there. I've got my glutes engaged, tilting the pelvis back, so I should be engaged there. I can feel the quads. And now we're gonna bring in lat pose, so back, and then spread the elbows round. Now then, a lat pose has been notoriously bad for me because I haven't had the flexibility to bring my elbows forward. And one of the most tiring things on the day of the competitions is holding poses and looking half relaxed so that you can smile through. And you're getting cramped up everywhere. So it's vital that we learn to do it. Okay, so moving on to a dumbbell exercise, dumbbell row. Set the bench up quite quirky, I suppose, but I find this supports me really well, gets a nice flat back feeling. Again, first set, lighter weight, just to get the feel, making sure everything is working correctly. So this will link up nicely with a back to the face pull. What I find as well is you have your favourites, you have your favourite exercises where everything works. And this is one of them really. What am I going to show? When I'm doing that rear bicep, what are they going to see? When I'm doing the twisted Arnold bicep, what are they going to see across the back of my shoulder? Already feeling better. See, the reps there didn't increase at all. It wasn't falling out of my hand. I wasn't being overwhelmed by the weight. It was me in control of the exercise, not being pulled around off the bench. So one last go, left arm, then we're done. And that's the back session complete. So we could do a quick tot up there. 5, 9, 12, 16, 19, 20, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 sets, all on the back. And I'm only going light because of the rotation in the hand. I'm gonna go there and to there. Allow myself to go right down the weight scale because of that. We're going again, but because we're doing it as a triple, we're going lighter everywhere. Oh. So that one's all about fighting to hold the position. Holding those hands right out when everything in me wants to bring my hands together. Everywhere feels nicely fatigued. So that's a big tick in the box. My back has felt pumped, it's felt flushed with blood. I know I've damaged the fibers. A lot of people don't connect well with their back because it is a difficult muscle group to connect with. But I think in with the pinching of the elbows and holding the flex, you feel the pump of the blood coming into those muscles. That definitely helps for me. Now it's just a matter of, feeding those muscles, because we've got to try and hang on to muscle. As you're cutting down for a competition, I could lose weight really, really quickly, but the first weight I'd lose would be muscle. So hanging on to muscle is going to be the most difficult thing in this process. And that's really what a natural is fighting. A natural bodybuilder is fighting more than anybody else, because we've got to hang on to it naturally. And all that our body wants to do is let go of muscle, so we've got to encourage it to keep it. So yeah, I think everything's been achieved there. It's been a really good session. Got in nice and early. Gym's busying up now, but got all our work done before we got in anybody's way. So really, really happy.